Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.
John was awakened on the couch by Marlena on the first morning of the new year. John was shocked that he hadn't been awakened by Tate or Brady. Marlena smiled and mentioned that Tate and Brady had spent the entire night out. When John remarked, "They must have been having a whole lot of fun to stay out this late," he laughed. Tate had been looking forward to his date with Holly, Marlena observed. In Marlena's words, "To be young and in love, I am unable to comment on that. However, I will compare that love to the current type of love we have." "Any day," John remarked. After giving Marlena a kiss, John inquired about her New Year's goals. Marlena remarked, "You know I don't make resolutions." John shrugged and stated that he had just one solution. "I will never let a day pass without telling my lovely wife how much I cherish her." "I love you, Doc, my dear," John added. Marlena was told by John that she was the world's most remarkable woman. "I don't know if I deserve all that, but I do know that the years that I've spent with you and the life we've shared makes me think that I must have done something really right," remarked Marlena. John noticed that Timothy had sent him a Happy New Year SS. The man's 97 years old, and he stays up till midnight? John laughed as he spoke. "Unlike his son," jokingly said Marlena. "John has been having trouble sleeping." Marlena inquired as to the cause. John informed Marlena that although Constantine had successfully re-entered the Kiriakis' mansion, both John and Steve had made it apparent that Constantine needed to leave the area. John shifted the conversation and proposed that he and Marlena make use of the vacant house. "The boys will be home eventually," Marlena stated. "They had their own bedroom, so people didn't matter," John said with a smile. Marlena burst out laughing and hurried into the bedroom with John. Brady overheard Tripp telling Rafe that Holly was in a coma in the hospital waiting room. Brady was reassured by Tripp that Holly was receiving top-notch medical attention. Brady pressed Rafe for further information as Tripp left, but Rafe remained silent. "It is clear that Holly's situation is really serious," Rafe remarked. "I really need to speak with Tate and find out what he knows." Brady gave a nod in agreement. "How is she?" Tate inquired. Brady attested to Holly's survival. Rafe questioned Tate about what had transpired. "Just to be clear, you didn't give them to hers?" Rafe questioned as Tate began discussing the tablets. Tate attested that Holly had been the owner of the tablets. They were, for crying out loud. EJ strode over and yelled, "My stepdaughter doesn't use drugs." EJ maintained that Tate was the rightful owner of the tablets. "Arrest him," said EJ. Rafe remarked, "Let's not be hasty." EJ contended that the on-scene officer had verified Tate's possession of the drugs. "Only because I was trying to protect her." Tate uttered those words. Tate clarified that he had not intended Holly's drug use to be known to the family. EJ grumbled that Tate was the reason Holly was battling for her life. Teresa exclaimed, "That is not fair." EJ contended that Tate had concealed his involvement with the drugs rather than dialing 911. "You're not getting it. I arrived just before the police arrived. Man, I freaked out. I apologize." "I apologize so much," Tate said. "It's not your fault," Brady told his son flatly. EJ didn't agree. "You are both drug addicts, Teresa and Brady, and of course you would raise your son to follow in your pathetic footsteps," remarked EJ. Brady charged toward EJ in a fit of rage, but Rafe stopped him. According to EJ, Nicole is grieving the loss of one child and was heartbroken about the prospect of losing another. EJ vowed to hold Tate accountable. "You may have murdered her. You are to blame for Holly's near-death coma, and you'll receive the appropriate punishment," EJ stated. Teresa was enraged and informed EJ that she and Brady had put a lot of effort into overcoming their drug habit. "A moral shortcoming is not addiction, it's a sickness," Teresa cried. EJ said, "I'd say it's both with the two of you." Teresa told EJ that Tate had sworn he would never use drugs after witnessing her and Brady battle their addiction. "Avoid encouraging it." Brady advised Teresa that it would only make matters worse. Rafe paused to say that Tate could not be arrested due to insufficient proof. Holly's blood levels of opioids were mentioned by EJ. Whether or not that was your intention, you have committed a criminal by providing narcotics that caused serious bodily harm. By not providing assistance in a timely manner, you made matters worse. EJ remarked, "You'd better hope Holly lives." Tate said, "Of course, I'm praying." Rafe was instructed to arrest Tate by EJ, who reminded him that he made the decision on when to press charges. "Slow down. He's only a child," Rafe countered. "A kid who has just committed attempted manslaughter," EJ retorted. Teresa moaned when EJ contended that Tate would probably face an adult trial. Holly's situation was an accident. It wasn't intentional. It was not planned. Take a look at him. Observe his level of distress. He shares your level of distress. Do you not see that? Teresa begged. Teresa was informed by EJ that he only saw a criminal who needed to understand that his acts had repercussions. Even the truth is not something you want to hear. The youngster isn't even allowed to talk. Vengeance is all that matters to you, Teresa countered. Rafe interrupted, saying he had to follow protocol and finish interviewing Tate. "All right. Go," EJ whispered. Brady wouldn't let Tate to speak without an attorney present. "I'm not hiding anything. I am being honest. I was shown the tablets during that gathering by Holly," Tate remarked. "She expressed a desire for us to get high together." Teresa said that the drugs were Holly's fault. "You shut the hell up," EJ roared. "Don't you talk to her that way." Brady responded with a shout. Rafe calmed them all down. "None of this is helping," Rafe noted. Tate was encouraged to go on by Rafe. "I told her that I don't do drugs," Tate stated. Rafe questioned Tate about if the offer had caught him off guard. With a shrug, Tate mentioned that Holly had previously offered him marijuana and that she had gotten wasted on Christmas Eve. "But I didn't know that she was taking anything else," Tate stated. "I can't believe you are buying this," EJ shouted. According to Tate, Holly had informed him that the tablets were ADHD medications that she had acquired from a schoolboy. "You're a liar," EJ declared. "I'll make sure you're an old man by the time you're released from prison." Brady shouted in frustration, "Stop. Tate is lying." Brady admitted that he was the owner of the drugs and that Rafe needed to take him into custody. "So, they were your drugs, Brady's?" Rafe questioned incredulously. According to Brady, Tate stole the narcotics from him. "So, you're claiming that you sold them to Holly?" Rafe inquired. "My son's innocence is all I know," Brady remarked. "You should let him go because he had nothing to do with this." EJ was questioned by Rafe if he wanted Brady arrested. EJ remarked, "You heard the man." When Tripp came back, EJ hurried to give him an update. "No change," said Tripp. Tripp asked EJ to go to the intensive care unit with Nicole and Holly. Rafe urged EJ to spend more time with his family. "I'll take Brady to the city center. I promise to investigate this further," Rafe remarked. "Your family needs you." Brady was approached by EJ, who remarked, "I'll be seeing both of you in court." EJ rushed to the intensive care unit. "This is wrong," Tate protested. Tate was quieted by Teresa. In the morning, Tripp agreed to send Rafe the complete toxicology report across the hall. "I am aware that you physicians are exerting every effort. Many folks are rooting for Holly," Rafe remarked. "It is beneficial. Believe me," Tripp said. Tripp expressed his concern out loud about his mother after learning that the overdose had occurred at the bistro. "If I were you," Rafe advised, "I would go see her." Rafe arrested Brady as Tripp left. "Please don't do this, Dad," pleaded Tate. Teresa was requested to take Tate home by Brady. After reading Brady his rights, Rafe led him away.